All right, drone video for a 5.5 acre surveyed tract at Bobcat Hollow. We're parked on Easement Road at the west side of the property, and in a moment we're going to look up. We'll be looking east over the property. It borders the Easement Road on its west side, where we're the area we're looking down on now. And then as we look off to the east, it actually borders a small gravel creek bed along its entire east side. Okay, so he's just trying to get back and get some scale, I believe, so we can see what this looks like. Basically all wooded, everything we're seeing already. Okay, so now we're panning up. We're still looking to the east. Way off in the distance on the left, you can see someone's built a little cabin over there. That would definitely not be visible at all from this property. Okay, that's great. You can actually see the creek bed off in the distance there, and we'll do a flyover, I'm sure, but the west side, where you see the bigger trees and some of the darker trees, the cedars, that looks like that used to be a meadow at some point decades ago. It has since grown up into timber, and then as you go to the east, you get into an area that looks like it was all hardwood, and these tracts were logged a few years ago of the commercial oak trees, which actually enabled the medium-sized trees to really start growing quickly. But this is a very recent drone video. This is how the property looks, and we'll do the flyover here, I'm sure. This is also an early spring video, so really only about half the leaves are out on the trees. Some of the bigger trees, some of the bigger hardwoods barely have any leaves yet. But actually on the west side, most of those trees look like they have leafed out already. It's level on the west side, where the meadow was at one point, and then as you go east, this tract slopes down to a little valley, kind of a mini valley, and then back up, levels off in the middle, and then as you continue going east from the middle, it slopes down to the creek bed. So here's the little valley area. It slopes down. You can see it goes right back up gradually and levels off. You've got an area that looks fairly open, and then beyond that, you've got an area with timber. Portions were logged, portions weren't. You can see from this video, you've got all different areas here. So there's an open area toward the middle, but then as you keep looking easterly, boom, we're back into big timber. So, and then as you start to go east from that timber, that's where it's going to slope down more steeply down to the little gravel creek bed right there. So that's obviously an authentic Ozark creek bed. They did walk down there after they took this drone video. It was not running the day they were down there. There were signs that it was running maybe a few days before that, but certainly not a year-round creek. But looks like a pretty old creek bed. To have that amount of gravel in it, it's been around a few thousand years. So yeah, mostly gravel bottom. You'll have some cool rock formations. It's just really neat to have a creek bed at the property, so that's kind of a cool bonus. Now we're looking westerly. We're basically over the creek bed, and we're looking westerly back toward the easement road. So you've got timber, you've got that open area in the middle, you go back to timber, and you've got a lot of options for campsites, for building sites. If you wanted something private with a large yard, then perhaps that somewhat open area right there would fit the bill. And there you can see that little kind of mini valley that crosses over the property. If you look at the topo map, this will all make a lot more sense as well. And we're moving westerly, and he's also turning the drone northerly, so we're getting a good look at the property here. And back toward the easement road on the west side. This is only, I don't think it's even half a mile off the county road on this private easement road. So extremely private. And again, we're parked right on the easement road at the west side, so the property's on the right as we look to the north here. And now the property's dead ahead. He's taking a look at some of the road frontage. Yeah, a lot of different areas here. The wildlife is phenomenal. The deer and turkey population out here in Douglas County is just magnificent. You're not too far from the Mark Twain National Forest, so you've got tens of thousands of additional acres of hunting land, if you want it, that aren't too far away. Open areas, wooded areas, you've kind of got it all. The little creek bed is cool. The valley area gives you a possibility if you wanted to do a large pond on the property. a shallow valley like that is often a good place to do that. There's a pretty good look at at the west side of the property. But yeah, beautiful tract. Check out the other videos on the website at InstantAcres.com. And if you have any questions, let us know. We would certainly love to talk to you.